Seltzer, very good morning and welcome back. You are really truly busy. Where have you been?
It's not exactly, Joy. Don't say that I'm very busy. It's that we have a lot of activities going on.
Absolutely, that's what I said. You are busy. You've been literally everywhere online in the last few days.
Basically it was like on 15th August we had a lot of programs going on. We inaugurated our Bicholim office. Then we had that Financial Independence Day.
True.
So these are the events that actually happened on the 15th of August. And soon after that on 16th, we had a very good program on effective public speaking.
Okay.
So there are a lot of participants, a lot of interactions, and definitely we enjoyed the weekend.
Absolutely. And the Independence Day, tell us a little more about the speaker as well.
Okay, yeah. On that day, we had this Hitesh Mali, who's a well-known speaker, who spoke about Muskurate Hua India, in the sense how India is going to be smiling now in the next 10 years. The growth, development, the inflation, the way that things are changing, the lifestyle changes, all are going to contribute to India's future story.
All right. And about the Bicholi office, where exactly is the office?
It's just next to ITI Bicholi. In fact, it's right on the main road, and we are very lucky that we had an intern who has taken over the office over there.
Okay, that's nice. People growing with the Navemarg Foundation. And I'm glad you told me the address. It's been a while since I've been to Bicholi. That's because of all these lockdowns and we hardly travel these days. But congratulations on the Bicholi office inauguration.
In fact, for me, the biggest achievement is Bicholim is such a big taluka. But the biggest thing is there's not a single mutual fund office in that whole taluka.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And you're going to be the first one?
Yes. In fact, the thing is the services provided over there are going to be like unique and everything digital. No paperwork at all.
Seriously?
Yes.
So I can sit at home and just sign up for an SIP?
Yes, on the mobile itself through the app.
Guys, you need to find out more at the Navemarg Foundation, of course, and you don't need to visit the office as well at the moment right now.
Yes, even the client meetings we do mostly on the Zoom or Google platform. We don't have much of physical meetings now.
Okay, great. And what going forward, Doctor?
Now, coming week, of course, we have the last session of this Be a Shining Star, wherein we are going to be revisiting the goals. And of course, we are preparing for the great day, that is the Teachers' Day and Mother's Day coming up in September.
Absolutely. I want to talk about that, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk a little about the second financial commandment.
Yes, the second financial commandment today, which we are going to stress, is the difference between a need and a want. If you focus on your needs and start avoiding the wants, automatically growing rich is very easy.
Okay, so you focus on the needs, not on your wants.
Yes.
Aren't they the same?
No. You can try and think and see the difference. There is a huge difference.
Give me an example.
See, need is something which you cannot stay without. Want is just because someone has it, I also want it. But you don't actually need it.
Yeah, but I need a mobile phone, but
Yeah.
I want a mobile phone. I'm just trying to put it into perspective. I guess you're right when it comes to certain other things.
In fact,
Right.
you'll come to know it through the story. The story will explain it to you much better.
Well, let's begin with the story on the second financial commandment. We all dream of abundant wealth and riches. We toil hard day after day to improve our financial position. But is it enough to steadily increase your earnings?
In the previous story, Kevin and Stacy, despite their substantial income and hefty bonuses, kept failing to accumulate wealth. They learned the lesson of investing before spending, which helped them create a flourishing portfolio and find their calling in life while providing opportunities for many others. The second financial commandment will teach you the importance of sensible spending. On a pleasant October morning, Professor Tracy was gearing up to conduct a class without the walls at the college. To get the attention of the young, chattering, squabbling college students, she raised her voice and asked, "Okay, who wants to listen to a story?" Several hands shot up, and the students settled under the old banyan tree to hear an exciting story. But before I start, I want to ask you one question. What are your plans for the future? Now, most students said they were going to become rich and lead a luxurious lifestyle. Today, I am going to tell you the story of a boy, a former student of mine, who cherished the same dream of living a lavish life. Professor Tracy narrated the story of Shawn, a bright, ebullient boy with a zest for life. With extraordinary charm, a confident personality, and great communication skills, Shawn was a popular boy at college. He compared during the college fest and represented his college in debate and declamation events across the state. Everyone knew that a glorious future awaited Shawn. As expected, Shawn bagged a lucrative job offer during campus recruitment and moved to a metropolitan city. He worked very hard at his new job and won a lot of appreciation from his seniors. He took up one challenging project after another, working relentlessly, collecting handsome bonuses that came with these projects. He was so obsessed with work and money that he even let go of an opportunity to pursue an advanced management program from a top college sponsored by his company. Shawn worked hard and partied harder. He liked being among the high-income professionals who lived in luxury. Only 3 years in his job, he had already booked a swanky apartment in an affluent suburb and drove an expensive SUV. He dined at the finest restaurants and wore designer clothes. As his income grew, his monthly expenses also spiraled up. Shawn was happy to be living a lavish and extravagant life. Destiny, however, was weaving some other plans for him. A sudden acquisition of the company resulted in major job cuts. Shawn, too, had to face the axe. In a flash, he was forced to deboard the fast train to fame, success, and riches. Though skilled and talented, Shawn now found it hard to find another job owing to a looming recession. The few vacancies matching Shawn's previous role required a professional degree. With no savings to fall back upon, Shawn had no money to pay his EMIs and credit card bills. At 25, Shawn, dressed impeccably in an Armani suit and sitting in a top-line SUV, felt very poor. A rich poor, distraught and broken in spirit. Shawn visited his parents and told them about his situation. "I am sorry, Dad. You had many expectations for me. I failed you," he said between sobs. Shawn's father consoled his only son and told him that it was not his mistake that he got fired, but the way you lived was quite wrong, he said in a soft yet firm voice. Shawn's father told him how he worked hard and saved more as his income grew over the years. "I made the right investments and followed the policy of earn more and save more, which helped me build a massive wealth over a period." He asked Shawn, "How could you ever hope to become rich when you blow all your money on things that you want but not need?" As Shawn started to see his mistakes, his father added, "I always put my needs before my wants. Son, I want you to adopt this habit at the earliest." On his father's suggestion, Shawn met a renowned financial mentor who helped him in finding ways to reduce his expenses and set up a series of financial goals for him. Shawn took up a job in his home state, lived in his family house, and disciplined himself on putting his needs before wants. Even with a lesser salary than his previous job, Shawn saved much more. Under the guidance of his mentor, Shawn also started investing in mutual funds through systematic investment plans. His mentor told him that had he been investing while he took up his first job, he would have been a millionaire by now, thanks to the power of compounding in mutual funds. The longer you stay invested, the more you learn. Shawn is now gearing towards making a financially independent future, the way towards the real riches. "Wow, that was a good story," exclaimed one of the boys. "I never thought of the consequences of choosing an extravagant life," said a girl. "We will not make those mistakes that Shawn made. We want to save and invest and build wealth," declared another girl. "Yes, you all can save and invest in SIPs as low as rupees 500 per month. I will help you to start as early as possible," Professor Tracy said with a smile before asking, "And do you know how I know Shawn's story so well?" As the class looked at her with anticipation, she smiled and said, "Because he is my son."
As always, there's something to learn, and we've learned something from this second story on the financial commandment. Dr. Seltzer is still with us here in the studio. Lots happening. Teachers' Day. I believe there's a special dedication to teachers and a parent as well. There's lots in store on Teachers' Day. Tell us a little about what's going to happen.
Well, on the 5th of September, as India celebrates the Teachers' Day, of course, Navemarg Foundation would also like to recognize the efforts put in by all the teachers. And we have a very, very special speaker on that day who is going to be actually teaching about who is a magical teacher, the one who can actually get results from the students, and what are the features and the characteristics that the teachers have. So anybody who does those will definitely enjoy teaching and say that yes, teaching is the best profession.
Well, a special dedication to all the teachers, I believe, on Teachers' Day, which is the 5th of September. So teachers, families, kids, everyone's got to tune in for this one and tune in to the Navemarg Foundation YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram as well, and hit that bell icon on our YouTube channel to get future updates. Dr. Celso, always a pleasure chatting with you. Finally got to see you in the studio again after you've been so busy for so long now. I'm glad to be back in the studio with you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be with you, Joed. And of course, we need to reach out to many now.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.